I started with Stars third grade, and so this was a place where my mom could trust the people she left us with, and Curt was a big part of that.
I met Curt when I was 12 years old, so that's 28 years ago. Curt was the junior high youth pastor at Paznaz.
I met Curt in 2011 when I was a sophomore in high school.
Curt and I go way back. We were both junior high pastors in Pasadena. He was at Pasadena Nazarene and I was at Lake Avenue Church, and we partnered together.
And I'd never been a part of a youth group before, and I showed up, and my first time meeting Curt was at a overnight all-nighter, which was with Paznaz and with Lake Avenue. We've been friends ever since, and I've considered him an incredible mentor and leader ever since then.
He was this unknown white dude who came over to me and my black friends and wasn't intimidated or afraid in any way and engaged us right away. And Curt had at no point was he nervous or shy.
And I had the great opportunity of hiring him to come down and work at Stars. One of the great parts of my job was getting to bring people to Pasadena and do work, and Curt was one of those great ones.
My favorite memory about Curt was going on a road trip to Wyoming and seeing how incredibly passionate he was about creating unique experiences for kids that had never really left their community, their neighborhood, and seeing the world in a new way. And Curt's amazing way of bringing other young leaders like myself along in that journey, in that experience, and getting to really have a profound impact on kids' lives.
A favorite memory that I have with Curt was when he took us hunting in Wyoming when I was 19. And that was my first and only time killing a buffalo.
We went backpacking to Sequoia National Park. All of a sudden at like 2 a.m. we just hear like rustling outside, and it's a bear. Out of nowhere we hear Curt from outside just making like the most guttural sounds I've ever heard come out of a person. I thought it was an animal at first. He didn't say anything, he came and he did his act and he scared away all creatures. And then the next morning he just kind of lined us up. He was like, okay, who had food in their tent? I don't think I'll ever forget it.
What's most awkward about Curt and working with Curt is how often he will volunteer you to show up and do things that you have no business doing. And I also think that's one of his biggest gifts and why he's such a good leader. Curt has zero fear of the gap that exists between his vision and the current reality, or your vision and the current reality.
Curt definitely has inspired me to give back as much as I can. It's a little intimidating because he's such an expert at the things he does. He instilled in me a sense of introspection that I don't think I would have gotten for many, many more years in the future had it not been for Curt.
I think Curt's faithfulness to an organization for so long has given him just such a profound voice in what it means to be a faithful leader over a long period of time. Curt's pursuit is not to be the most wealthy. It clearly is not to be the most popular. It really is to have the most profound impact on people's lives. And I think Curt's commitment to Stars for so long has really given inspiration to me, and I'm sure to thousands of others, young people, because I'm still super young, unlike Curt, to also pursue things passionately and faithfully for a long time.
Curt has an amazing legacy here in Pasadena. I mean, truly, in some ways immeasurable. And I count myself fortunate to be a part of his legacy. Curt introduced me to my wife, and I'm grateful for that. He introduced me to the neighborhood and the work and the need to be a place that is welcoming and open and supportive of the kids and families of the neighborhood. He introduced me to the concepts of inequity and racial justice, and began a journey of opening my eyes and my heart, and the way that I do my work and all that was tremendously impacted because of Curt and his influence in my life.
The more of his former students like myself, like Curt Luganbuehl, the more of us go out into the world and contribute to the world, that's his legacy. So the more of us do that, the bigger his legacy grows. Stars is better because of Curt, because Curt challenges stars. He will raise uncomfortable points, he will raise uncomfortable questions that will challenge us to think in ways that we might not want to. He will also not give you anything that ultimately you're unable to handle. That's probably one of Curt's biggest strengths, is giving you a big job, throwing you in the water, but still making sure you swim.
He quickly became someone that challenged me in a lot of ways. He always let me know that he was watching my progress, and he always let me know that I could do better. And so I started to believe that, and I started to do better.
Thanks for all you've done for me. Thanks for all you've done for my friends, my family, and most importantly, thanks for all you've done for Stars, man. It wouldn't be the same without you, and thanks.
Curt, congratulations on 20 amazing years at Stars and working in Pasadena. You are the man.
Thank you so much for everything you've done, and I hope to continue to make you proud in the future with what I do, and a lot of it has been made possible because of the things you've said to me and the way you've changed my way of thinking and my way of living and what I think of when I ask myself what it means to be a good man.